Hi there, welcome to today's video. This one's personal. Lately, I've been wrestling with big questions about life, faith, and God. Like, does he really exist? Is he there when we need him? I know I'm not alone in these doubts, so I want to share what I've been learning and how I'm seeking answers. Let's explore who God really is, even in our doubts. Let's begin with a simple question. How do we know that God exists? We know that everything around us has a cause. Everything that exists has to come from somewhere. For example, a tree grows because a seed was planted. A building stands because workers built it. But here's the key. If everything has a cause, then at some point, there must have been something that started it all. Think of it like this. Imagine you are standing in front of a row of dominoes. When one falls, it knocks over the next, and so on. But for the dominoes to start falling, someone or something had to tip the first one over. That first push is the first cause. It's the beginning that set everything else in motion. If there was no first push, no first cause, then nothing else could happen. This is where God comes in. God is what we call the first cause. The first push that started everything. He's not something that was created by anything else. He is the uncaused cause, meaning he has no beginning. He has always existed. He didn't need anyone or anything to cause him to exist. He simply is. Now, let's dig a little deeper into why we have to arrive at the conclusion that God is the first cause. When we think about everything in the world, we see that everything has a cause. Like how the dominoes fall one by one, the trees grow from a seed, and the building was made by workers. The fact that everything has a cause leads us to a big question. Well, who caused the first thing? Who made the first tree? The first worker? The first domino? This is where it gets tricky. If you keep asking who made that, eventually, you'll be led to a point where you can't ask that question anymore. If we say that everything must have a cause, then there must be something that itself was not caused by anything else. Think about it this way. If you keep asking who made the first domino fall and who made the first domino maker, the questions would never stop, unless we eventually arrive at something that has no maker. Something that simply is. This is the uncaused cause. Something that does not need a cause, because it has always been. That's where God fits in. Here's the key. If everything had a cause, and we kept going back in time, we would end up with an infinite chain of causes. But here's the problem. An infinite chain has no beginning. If we keep asking who caused this, eventually we would never get to the starting point. Without a first cause, nothing could have ever started because there would be no beginning. Everything would be stuck in that endless loop and nothing would ever have existed. So we have to conclude there must be something outside of the chain of causes, something that exists on its own and doesn't need a cause. That's why we believe God is the first cause. He is the one that has no beginning and no end. God is eternal. He doesn't need anyone or anything to start him because he's always been here. Not only is God eternal, but he also holds absolute authority over all creation. The universe, time, and everything we know are under his sovereignty. This means that he is not just the creator, but he rules over everything. Nothing is outside his control. When we say God is the Alpha and the Omega, we are acknowledging his complete authority over all things, from the stars in the sky to the smallest moments of our lives. Everything is in his hands. This is the gravity of who God is, powerful, sovereign, and worthy of our reverence. So what about our doubts? Many wrestle with questions about God's existence, especially in hardship. If he's real, why doesn't he make himself more obvious? But God isn't afraid of our doubts. They can lead us closer to Him. Even faithful figures like David and Paul had moments of struggle. In 2 Corinthians, Paul writes, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Doubt doesn't disqualify us. It's part of seeking Him. So, how can we know God exists? The evidence isn't just in the universe's design. It's in personal experiences of peace and love and answered prayers. In Romans it says, "His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly perceived, ever since the creation of the world, in the things that have been made." Creation itself points to His presence. Understanding God's existence isn't about having all the answers. It's about recognizing Him in both the vastness of the universe and the smallest details of our lives. If you are struggling with doubt, you're not alone. Keep searching, because God promises to be found by those who seek Him. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it would really help if you liked, shared, or perhaps even subscribed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, stay safe